All right, tough road test coming up against a good football team. We're going to get ready and give it our all to get back to 500. So go ahead.
How did Anthony look out there to you?
I thought he did good. I think the first couple of series he was kind of feeling his way out. It's been a while since he's actually been in a real game. I thought he moved around pretty good. He got comfortable. He was great with communication. So I expect him to continue to build on that as we keep going through the season.
Seems like he was pretty banged up and missed practice yesterday. Is there a chance he plays on Sunday?
We'll see how the week goes. I think he's going to be fine. I think a lot of that's kind of some precautionary stuff with, just how long he's been out.
When it comes to Eric Hendricks making a play like he did with the one-hand interception, everyone talks about instincts, but what does that mean? Where does that show up when a linebacker has great instincts?
Well, you just have a great feel for the game, and that comes from studying what you're getting, reading the quarterback's eyes, anticipating things, and he's tremendous at it. I talked to the Cleveland coaches after the game. They say he's the best one we've gone against because he's just is so quick to react and knows what he's getting all the time, and that's a tribute to him as far as his work in the film room and studying and knowing what route concepts are coming, but also just that natural ability to make a play on the ball. And we were watching the Carolina game, and he had an interception in that game. It wasn't even his play; it was Eric Wilson's. So he's just got that knack for finding the football.
He was talking after the game with that play about kind of recognizing the concept, then crouching, he said, to hide from the quarterback so maybe the quarterback wouldn't see him. Is that something that you even teach, or is that just, he's watched enough film and he was like, oh, just try this and crouch down a little bit?
That's Eric being Eric. We don't teach him to crouch down to hide. He's short enough already that they probably aren't going to see him. So,
I mean, you've coached him his entire career. How has he evolved in terms of being able to study film and then kind of develop that second sense of what they're going to do in a split second like that?
He's when he first came out, he wanted to make every play on the field, even though it wasn't his play. And now I think he understands that if I'm where I'm supposed to be, the plays are going to come to me. And he also understands when the time is, he can go take a chance. If something opens, a hole opens big, and he shoots the gap. I've told him, I trust you to go make those plays because you've done it so many times. Like the young guys, I say, you can't do that. But I've talked like Chaz or any of them other than Anthony and Eric. I give them a little leeway to, hey, if I can go make a play, go make it.
You were saying that it's a balance between his game maturing and he wants to keep that raw part, that childlike, energy part, that it is a balance for him.
Right. He's never going to have a problem having the childlike mentality. He's always bouncing around. Every time he runs out of the tunnel, he's running out like he's a school kid going out to recess. So I don't think he's ever going to lose that, but he has gotten that understanding of the game where he can say, okay, I can't do this here. Okay, I have to be where I'm supposed to be. But sometimes I can take this chance. So that's where he's matured a lot.
What kind of benefit do you think it's been for someone like Chaz Surratt, who hasn't played the position very long, to, be able to be in the same room as Eric and watch some of the things that he does?
Those young guys help out a lot, get helped out a lot by Anthony and Eric. They coach them off on the sideline all the time, and the good thing is they get to see what we do on defense the way it's supposed to look on film. And so I think that's a great learning tool for the young guys, not just Chaz, but Blake Lynch, when he stepped in and had to play, he learned a lot from Anthony. Troy Dye had to play a lot for us last year. He's probably going to have to play for us this year. He's done the same thing. He leans on Eric. He sits next to Eric in the meeting room, and they talk about things and talk through things. I see Anthony and Blake sit next to each other, and Anthony's always whispering him something if he sees something. And so having those guys is huge for the room.
Did you suspect, obviously the secondary seems to be gelling. Did you suspect it might take a couple of these guys that had not really played together? Or is that too simple?
Yes and no. I think, just trying to get a feel for what these guys do good is something that we as a staff had to figure out, and what calls are good for these guys, and so I think that's evolved. I think their communication has evolved. It's kind of just look in the eye communication now, and not always verbal communication. So I do think that it might have taken a little time to gel, but we didn't play. It wasn't like we were playing terribly the first few games. We gave up some big plays, and I think we've eliminated those. And now we're more sound, and that's why we're keeping the scores down.
I think with Mike Zimmer's mentioned a few times with Anthony Barr coming back, there's just more you guys can do in your playbook, or at least more you can go to that you have in the past. Is there certain situations like third down where that shows up the most, where he's the uniqueness of him?
I would say third downs and passing situations for the most part, and just because you probably expect in passing, you don't have to be in the perfect fit for the run. So that 2-minute situations, third down situations, we can be a little bit more multiple about where we put him, where we line him. But we've also done it some on first, second down this year as well. So he gives us some versatility that because of his size and athleticism that the offense has to account for.
With Dancer coming back, is he able to just jump right in, or do you have to kind of see him at practice and see how he's feeling after coming off?
Yeah, with him not being here for the last 10 days or whatever, we have to see how good a shape he's in, and I think we'll get a good look at that in practice and see how it goes. Knowing Cam, I think he did a good job of staying up with his workouts and things, so hopefully that's the way it goes.